Yeah, so here series of drawings for motorcycles um I will I will give them for my bikers, people who will join my crowdfunding about motorcycle book, how to draw motorcycles, which I work in right now. And here I have this front wheel. And then we have rear wheel. Here is a body, front fork. So here we have a dude on motorcycle. So it's some cyberpunk stuff in the background. Yeah, using the long pencil, it's much more fun for sure. Так. Yeah, also I start to work on a book about perspective. I just think like it will be nice to make overview of all my tutorials, put them in the form of a book. Because again, I was like research, like local books I've seen about perspective, and there is always same problem kind of with these books. They not very practical. So they like give you very basic um idea. They kind of teach you essentials. They tell you what is perspective. So yeah, in the end of book, you know what is perspective. But then you still remain like big question as like, so how to draw? How to draw illustrations like actual scenes using perspective? Because there is like there is a difference, certain gap, and yeah, you can learn it by yourself if you just will like exercise these essential rules. You just practice foundation, you will figure out, like me kind of, just figure out how to apply all these principles. But why not teach it right away, right? Can like call it like perspective for artists, and teach something what other books not really show you, like how to draw some fish eye views, how to draw dynamic scenes. Yeah, probably right now I didn't see a book like from Maestro who writes framed ink. He has some like, yeah, okay, yeah, Maestro uses framed ink. It's one of these rare books where he actually give examples and like teach how you can draw some really actual scenes with this perspective principles. But also like for me, I didn't find there like fish eye. Yeah, I don't remember. I think he don't have fish eye there. If he have, then it's like very barely kind of touch. So you can make book more dedicated to fish eye kind of perspective. But first we'll finish motorcycles for sure. It's about here it is. My motorcycle book almost complete. Так. Так, okay, seems like this. Hello, Jackson. Так, Twitter. Oh, by the way, I can share some stuff. Like right now, I work on some project and I draw in. Like sometimes when I need to draw a series of drawings, I will do like I need like 10 picture, for example, right? So I will do like 50 thumbnails. So it's like gather a lot of reference, a lot of photographs, like make my own photographs. Then I categorize, I just like sort these photographs to see like which photographs I like, which photographs like they're connected to each other, maybe same place or same theme, maybe same camera angle. So it's like it's convenient in the PRF to sort this reference, so you create these groups, then you choose which picture is like closest for some interesting idea, and then you see like how other pictures can be related to it. And then I make a lot of thumbnails, something like this. It's also, like before, like I don't know. So I start to drawing seriously, like study art in 2002, and about like 15 year I hate to do thumbnails. It was always I hated, but now I totally see a reason, like benefit of it. It's just really kind of um because I can finish like every this thumbnail, I can make like very big and super detailed picture. So for me, it's just like created creating like plan future works. So I have like actual like potentially finished works here. Each of it can be finished. So I just can like practice with composition, also kind of exercise, train my artistic vision. So kind of like I choose which like find some awesome angles, like little distort reference, like adjust it to picture frame, because these ones they will be like square. So I make sure it's like will be some interesting square composition. So it's like New York. Here's like Central Park, Madison Garden. Since this like different angles, like this like drone shot. So I kind of break them down. I look where is maybe some of them they're very heavy, very busy with information. So it's like many different subjects interconnected in one view. Sometimes it's one subject, but have like very interesting geometry. Something like, like this, like curves, angles, there's like vanishing points, something like look like symphony. You see, like this one, it's just like so mesmerizing. So on a thumbnail, I can already like little rehearsal and like decode what I like to do with this picture when I will draw it big. So some of them like, can be dynamic like this. And yeah, once like after like I say again like 10 or 15 years of drawing, I realized like how is really useful and important to make thumbnails, because with thumbnails you can focus on composition, on like clear idea of what you want to show, clarify for yourself like what is the subject, what is um, kind of like abstract, like a musical quality of these images you want to do. So it's really help you to focus. Otherwise, when you not experience or and not practice doing thumbnails, most likely, like almost guarantee, you will tend to think in details. Like details will just swallow you, and you will just like, I just like drawing what I see without decompose, without rebuilding it, without like put your own idea inside. And you can draw like real view, or you can draw like from photo reference. It's always better if you can like say like, okay, what am I looking at? Like have this, then okay, I want to put it on a picture, like reorganized, like different instruments, right? Like different shapes. They're like different instruments in the orchestra, in your symphony. Just like one make louder, other make quieter, like mm, maybe put something on a loop, some make like shorter, some make longer. So you, with the thumbnails, it's really help you to be more focused on this kind of side, on this aspect. Because like after drawing like 100 finished complete illustrations, you already have like a very clear idea of how it will look when you finish it. So you, without actually drawing all these details, you already can say, yeah, I know how it will look, like 80% kind of, I can see result already, right? So then this like pre-line art kind of stage became like very important, because it's like it's the most creative part. Hello, Mr. Sunshine. Hello, Cariban. Yeah, I wish you well too. Yeah, like some time ago, I have like very long hair. Now I shave. And I kind of, it's funny about me. I have or long hair, or I just shave them all. I don't like making haircuts, like going to barber shop. I think it's kind of, it's, I don't know, it's waste of time and money for for me. It's like, go to cut hair, really? Just finish. It's like today you go cut hair, tomorrow you want to varnish your nails. So it's kind of slippery slope. Maybe if like I'm being some kind of English aristocrat, yeah, maybe I will like go to barber shop, cut my beard, cut my have like some classy haircut. I think if you're not aristocrat, then it's kind of a waste of time. Yeah, 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 nice. Yeah, or if you have somebody who cut your hair, I mean, it just kind of for me it became a habit. It just like in my life usually it's like was like I need to go somewhere to cut, and it's like I don't really have time for this. Just uh, cut myself. It's somehow it's like leisure time. It's take too much time. It was funny. Like I was in high school, and when parents give us money to go to barber shop to cut hair, we go to how's it called, like salon with computer games, and we play Mortal Kombat on this. So, and I remember like, uh, so like me and my classmate, we cut to each other hairs, and or we go to like um, just pay for total cuts, like a zero cut, like this shaven because it's cheaper. So and one day I was like cut hair for my friends, like all go like all asymmetrical, everything weird, and then his mother come back from work and it's like, what the hell? So it was kind of our school addiction. Play Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat 2 on Sega. All other Mortal Kombats, like this three-dimensional, I don't understand them. It's kind of like they shoot, and it's crazy. I mean, I don't know like how they cannot see it. Is absolutely tasteless. Like when they make Mortal Kombat 3D, it's just lost all charisma. It should be like cinematic, like how it's called, rotoscope animation. Because you make it 3D and it start to look like a plastic. It became like a plastic cartoon. movements, like animation. This 3D animation is absolutely boring. It's like you compare Miyazaki and like toys. This Pixar first 3D animations. They look very primitive. Or even actually, like for me, I think like every 3D animations look much less vivid than hand-drawn animation. It's like hand-drawn animation is like a real beauty, like a real like natural woman beauty, like a healthy, and 3D animation is like makeup. It's like you can make it look like super detailed. This can be like super fascinating, but it's just camouflage. So it's like you need always make sure you've seen a girlfriend without makeup to make sure you know her, right? Just kind of integrity sink. It's like, show me your face, who you really are. So like right now, I think like makeup is so amazing. It's like actual painting. They really like painting on the faces, make all these shadows, like a murals. Yeah, face murals can totally change like form of a head with makeup. It's crazy. Так. So yeah, it's like already like this cyberpunk. Like, have you seen movie Surrogates? Right, Surrogates. Dun, 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 dun. I hope I don't say anything illegal. Так. Anyway, seems like we're moving towards end of this social justice era. So I think can be more easy now on YouTube. Or maybe this is the reason I have not so many views, because I talk too much. So this dude talking like let's go. Toxic toxic masculinity. I think just not enough masculinity in the art community. It's like they're dudes like much more brutal than me, but somehow this like trend of being cute or not aggressive makes them all pose to be kind of and nice. I think like kind is not how you make a green. Kind is like when you care of others. This is kind, not be just like silly, silly, really kind of. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, makeup was like, I think first of all, is when it's too often and overdone, makeup is not healthy. And but in some cases, maybe somebody have already some problem with the skin, so then they need makeup. It's like maybe it's like help them with the skin, really. Like I'm not expert here, but probably something like this exists. Yeah. And then it's like, yeah, it's like camouflage, basically. It's like sometimes maybe it's a requirement for this, like certain traditional thing. But you can see difference, right? Like when it's like balance, some kind of, mm, don't know, like meaningful, and when it's just like a trick. Yeah, when like people, some people can see they doing makeup, they might be like don't like themselves, so they want to turn themselves in a different person to feel like more like better. And sometimes they want to really how to say, like manipulate people, because there is like certain type of man who's like super like they're like really love cosmetic. For them is like really important trait. So it's some like target audience for women who make too much with makeup. Yeah, but also if we think about like who's these people who like women with makeup, with like over made makeup, I think it's definitely people who not looking for a wife. It's not like they want to get mother for their children. So this kind of like infantile man, or just kind of, yeah, maybe infantile. That's it. They're just not really grown up. Ah, yo, this one, yeah. No, I'm too old to catch this trend. Yeah, I seen some of this like red noses, like kind of anime something probably. It's kind of, yeah. Definitely this kind of a thing. Yeah, it's like because makeup is like a trend, and when somebody's a really super, what's the word? What's called? Conform people kind of. They just want to be um, trendy, and they like take all those trends so serious. It's very interesting. With some kind of like low IQ maybe think. So I think like if somebody like too hard on trends, I will question his IQ. I think like okay, definitely I need to maybe little uh, observe just general intellect level. Definitely not always the case, but I think it's somehow related. No, it's definitely not like clown shaming here. I think clowns can be cool, like they're jumping and stuff. It's like acrobatics or like memes. Yeah, meme maybe can be cool, like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton. Yeah, Buster Keaton's so cool. He's a badass giga chat. Course. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely no hate. I think it's okay to discuss stuff or even mocking some for a little bit. It's just kind of like you see this like far left trends. They're super against equality because they can be very rude for like their opponents. But if you even say something very slight that can like make them uncomfortable, oh, they will explode with outrage. Like, whoa, you're so aggressive, you're so mean. It's like, really? I don't even use mean words. Like, question something, it doesn't mean. But they are like super mean. They can be crazy. Just like, wow. I get this couple times. So it's just like, oh my god, dude, you're like lost your mind. So it's kind of everybody mental issues, how they can be insulted with some trigger words. It's like not have so much time to make a list of all trigger words. Sorry. Think. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and I hear like this talking now about Clint Eastwood old movies like Dirty Harry, this like Magnum Force. Oh, I love these movies. And people say now they start to be trendy on YouTube. So YouTube just like start to showing you. And it's interesting like how already then they was talking about this. Like you know this Dirty Harry movies, they're like totally about this, about this kind of like far left hypocrisy. It's funny because like every like post-Soviet um, people who against communism, they know all these far left tricks. It's absolutely communist stuff, like brainwashing. When they make chaos and they blame other side for this chaos. They're basically like being a terrorist and blame everyone for terrorism. Like a dude who like killer of a Trotsky. You can Google like who like assassin of a Trotsky. This dude like absolutely like psychopath, like insane. This dude insane. He's like murdered Trotsky and then he ran away to Russia, Soviet Union. And in Soviet Union he became national hero. He's a national hero of in the Soviet Union. It's like it's hard to believe how crazy this is. And it's like only one small case, very small case. If you like research about like Lenin. Oh, these dudes like Lenin, Che Guevara. These dudes like I don't know. It's like Halloween, you know. How's this guy on a Halloween with a hockey mask? It's like absolutely infernal creatures. Jason X, I think, right? So can call them like Lenin X. This dude's like kind of like a characters from Doom Eternal. This like somebody open portal from hell, and these guys like walking around talking about morality and justice. Uh, so sometimes it's important to be aware of kind of full context because it's not just confused guys. Some of them is like very, yeah, and this kind of like whole point of this. They very much know what they're doing. Like far worse than some villain from James Bond. Like for me, it was like in my life when I meet like very what's it called like hostile and like really evil people, and I was witness like how dishonest they are. So this kind of people who will lie into your face and nothing will flinch. They're like absolutely natural. So you will never guess like they're being dishonest or something. And they can like made up anything like right in a moment and pretend like it's absolute true. And you will never see anything happen in their face. It will look like they're talking absolutely true, like being like sincere. And in fact, they're lying like 100%, like absolute lie. And more than that, they want to destroy you. Like he talk as you, and he like only think about how to like chew you. You know, like for them, you just kind of like a kettle. Like they even don't consider you equal being. It's like they're on a higher level and you're just some kind of resource material. So like healthy people like who is not a psycho, for them it's even hard to comprehend. They'll think like, no, people cannot be this way. No, so that's real world. Some people exactly like this. Some people just absolutely hate and wish everything bad for others for no reason. Just no reason. It's just some like can be there maybe reason, but some. philosophical level, not individual. Yeah, there like I met a guy with a diagnosis of psychopathia, like psychopath, like actual psychopath, and he tell me like how he feel. So he say he feel himself like he's a robot. So psychopath, he don't have emotions like normal people, um, but he can read all your emotions. He can see how like how other people can be affected, so he can manipulate or use emotions of other people. He just kind of like he know why you feel good or sad or depressed or whatever, and he kind of like uh, neglecting it. He's just like laughing on it. It's like, oh, people so stupid because he don't. He think it's just like weakness and something wrong with people. Because for him, having emotions, it's like disease. Yeah, yeah, actors. Some of actors definitely psychopaths. Some of them can be psychopaths, some of them can be like narciss. It's also some kind of spectrum, kind of like, yeah. Hello, Chris. Because narciss is really another kind of very interesting disorder, like a very danger. They just say like, what is difference between psychopath and narciss? Narciss, for him, is important to be respected and popular. Yeah, narciss want to like all community see like respect him and maybe kind of like a laugh or like put him on a very high rank. So when he want to harm other people, which he always have somebody he want to destroy, he will do it sneakily. It's always like some complex scheme, like how to destroy somebody' career, how to demoralize somebody. And psychopath, he don't care what people think. Psychopath, he will just like usually they're like being violent and often get to jail for some actual crimes because they're like absolutely unhinged. Yeah, and them kind of like I think it's kind of like a spectrum. Somebody have more control, somebody have less control over their disorder. You can find like interviews with psychopaths and narciss people. It's some of them like very smart and their talk like very interesting, like detail, which is kind of like a lot of not true there, but when you can watch like different sources, then you can compare and you will find some actual information. For me, it's just like yeah, it's interesting, important for life to understand people, understand like different type of people, but also like for story writer, I see it very cool. So you know exactly like why some character he's like really evil. Yeah, because he's sick. He have problem. He's like some yes, there's like theories say it's like can be like a problem in the childhood, like bad parenting kind of, you know. Some say it's genetic. So somebody just born with a certain disorder, this so makes them be psychopaths. So for a character, you can make character like this, just like uh, dude, which is inherently a social kind of like yeah, and all best stories, from my opinion, they're always based on some real characters, real events. Even like this, what's called Game of Thrones. There is a lot of kind of reference to actual history. So I think, you know, like make when you make story, and in the story you really like give this kind of like catalog of people types. So you give children or these teenagers um, this like world view. So now they know what kind of people they can meet in their life. Because like meeting with psychopaths is very danger. It's like you better be somehow prepared for this. So of course, it's better parents kind of who will prepare, like say, you know, kind of need to be aware. It's not a joke, or at least like on a concept level when you just show and say, yeah, some people have this kind of motivation, like I don't know, like a Lion King, you know, this old Disney cartoon. So they have like this bad brother who's just like deranged, jealous and stuff. So what is his problem? Nobody really know, but he definitely like um, sociopath, kind of sociopath line. Then I can see here. Oh, nice. Oh, today I eat just banana and drink tea. Because it's morning, I don't eat really much. It's like here. Yeah, now it's already like 11:14, but yeah, not hungry much yet. Yeah, but steak is great. Like I already like I think like already like 2 to 3 week, 2 week for sure. I don't drink coffee and I don't eat like sugar. Like before, I always buy some kind of like cookies, sit and eat cookies. It's kind of very stupid. So, and now I just stopped doing it. It's like, finally, it's so easy. Just like, okay, just don't eat, that's it. No big deal. No, not so hard. And coffee also, I stopped drinking coffee. It's really like so much better. Like I feel like my stomach feel better without coffee, and also I less nervous. Like I didn't notice, but all time I've been constantly like irritated because I drink coffee. Now I don't drink coffee. It's like I have like some irritation, like inside somewhere, like when I tired, like when like you work all days and you're tired and you start be like kind of nervous. So now it's like very light. I almost don't feel it. But when I drink coffee, it's like I can be really like start to like overthinking and can like being like a grumpy. Now I'm much yeah, feel so much lighter without coffee. Coffee, it's a drug. Now I'm sure. I mean, it's not like some light thing. It's really like alter your state too much. Yeah, banana power and tea. Yeah, so I have kind of strong tea instead of coffee, but still it's not so bad like coffee. Like even strong tea don't not so aggressive kind of. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's just like, like sugar, you can say like, yeah, sugar also beneficial and something like that. But then you have sugar everywhere. It's like there's sugar in the fruits. So I choose like coffee in the tea instead of coffee. Because just like coffee really not good for digestion. It's kind of like spoil break break my system. So yeah, and I'm not nutritionist. I just like share my observation because for somebody maybe it's also can be insight. Like for me, I wasn't really think coffee. It's so I mean, it can be like really alter your state for like a general state. It's not like only after you drink coffee. No, it's just like every day you feel irritated and have problem with the sleep. Now I can sleep. Yeah, like I don't have any problem with the sleep now. I just go and sleep. And I wake up like today, wake up 4:30, like morning, 4:30 morning. Before I will always drink coffee. Now I don't drink coffee. It's okay. So it's not so important. You can totally avoid coffee even when it feels like it's absolutely necessary. It's just kind of illusion. Uh, yeah, yeah, and I hear this guy, there is doctor on YouTube. or professor or something. Don't know. He talking about nutrition, like about food. It's like kind of how to be healthy without medicine. Yeah, and he says something about this, like keto diets, right? So when you don't eat sugar, when you don't eat bread, so instead of glucose, I think, so kind of like instead of sugar, your body start to use fat. It's kind of like some when it decompose fat, it gets energy from it. So yeah, I just like how easy it is, how simple it is. Just just don't drink coffee, don't eat sugar, and I already lost some fat. And then you just like little regularly exercise, and it feels pretty fit. You don't need to like being like sport master. So here goes this. Mhm. Dun, 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 dun. Let's make some more. Так, let's see, I have some reference. I like use this, I find very cool dynamic reference. Yeah, here, let's try it. Mm, mm. Oh, so I have cat still here. Super cool. So I can take this composition and put some cyberpunk on background. Yeah, nice. So it's like a vertical. Так. Мгм. Yes. So we'll make like more space for environment. Mm, Here. So here interesting is like you making overlapping objects like we have here um, fork, motorcycle fork. Then we have what's like what's called clamp. You can break clamp, handlebar. Then it's like his fingers, arm, his torso. Important again, just don't be too much centered on a reference. Kind of we need to constantly remind ourselves that in the end is about your own picture. It's just like what you have in your drawing. It's not a kind of competition of copying reference. Uh, yes, like y-axis is oh cool. And maybe I will do this like a z vanishing point. But Mr. Sunshine, what do you draw yourself? So yeah, maybe I do actually like yeah, let's do like this Y vanishing point. So it can do like 3-point perspective. Like do you draw comic books or illustrations? Okay. So and then here it's like it's так. And draw some more details because here we have like close up. I need to make sure it's look like details look properly drawn. Так, yes, like uh, okay, maybe I should make video like how to draw backgrounds for artists who not used for drawing backgrounds. I kind of like already like all the time I cover in this topic, but I can make video where I will like directly address to artists who like not comfortable with drawing environments or want to just improve. Because it's like I see, I have this question for myself for a long time. It's how to attach character to environment, right? So it's like he will feel like part of a same space, right? Like they exist in the same virtual space. Because this is kind of like main problem with people like artists who afraid to draw environments or like have some problem with that. They just character and environment are not connected. Or even like when it's actually looks fine, but for you as artist, it feels like they're not connected. It's just like, what the hell? Like, no, yeah, well, I will see. Yeah, we'll look Transformers. I just never draw Transformers before, so I will see. Maybe with reference, some like Transformers fun art. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, more like drawing like cyberpunk robots. Um, my other hobbies. Yeah, I like boxing. And no, I mean it's like totally beginner, not even beginner, I don't know, just like hobby, really. And um, what else? Um, yeah, maybe like I wish go more for shooting range. In Taiwan, it's only like BB guns, but still it's fun. Like I have a friend who is like teach like it's like actual program of shooting programs for like actual guns on a shooting range. So you can like practice all this dry shooting stuff. And then I like to explore uh it's like kind of like art history, but maybe or more like in a mystical way, like symbolism, right? So just there's a lot of stuff. Like I was talking already, there's like popular. It's um, Joseph Campbell. He's like this is like super basic popular thing. Then it's a Merch then other guys like very interesting to read, just about all this stuff. It's very fascinating. Like nature of reality. Because also like my favorite artworks, they sometimes they're done but by people who's very like good with this kind of stuff. They you can see they read the books and they study art history. Так, so we have cyberpunk dude here with my favorite artist. Oh, you see, it's like it's some kind of fanatism thing about you like having only one favorite artist. Because eventually it's like your favorite artist, he's being like I don't know, he have like his teachers who you can see like he have so much influence from their work. So then there is like his peers, like artists who existed with him in the same period in same area and who have like super similar style. So if you like his work, you will find out how much is related with many other artists. So if you observe, if you learn different artists, you realize it's like you like many artists together. So it's like I like Miyazaki, um, Katsuhiro Otomo, like who's like Norman Rockwell. So there's a lot, like 100 artists. I can put them on a line, and I cannot say who's better. They're all great, and they're all interconnected, like Miyazaki and Moebius. Like you can see in the Miyazaki so much from Moebius. Uh, so you might think like, oh, it's so original. Yeah, but it's also kind of Moebius influence and influence of this artist who make Atomic Boy. This very famous in Japan. manga artist. Так, let me try to draw here some cyberpunk stuff. Oh, I forget what video, how you how to build impact. I forget already. Here's so many video and like I keep forgetting what video I make, and after some time I feel like I didn't make any video. So, oh, looks brutal. Cyberpunk dude. You have here some facial implants. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, making videos is it's so much like similar to drawing your story, like making comic book with your story, because you need to say what in your head, and it's very uncomfortable. Like you see, like, oh, I will say what I think, and people will like, how's this word? Exile me, like they will call some kind of committee, will ban me from society. They say, this guy, he's totally insane. Look what he's talking about. And then after practice, sometime it's like, okay, I don't care. I just say what I think. So and it's important for comic book because you're drawing. I have this like I showed before comic book when I was just draw whatever from my head, and it's like, oh my god, I wish nobody see it. Because kind of like you know, um it's not like a private but personal, and this kind of actually it should be always like that. All your work should be like this, like personal, not private, kind of like you share some your private stuff, right? But just you talk about what is really in your mind, what is bother you, what is your perception or worldview, and so you need to practice, you need to train yourself to be comfortable with this. You should only do vulnerable kind of personal work. Mm. Otherwise it will be like oh, no, just like artificial fake, or how it's called. um yeah, if it's not personal, then it feels, and it really is, like synthetic, when you just want to use some principles and you hope you can find like right tools to make good work without actually put something into this work. So this is like a super crucial. Yusuke Murata. Yeah, thank you. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you're watching this Yusuke Murata video. Yeah, sometimes, and also like about what is. So one part of creative process, what making videos for me is help a lot, is this like being open, don't afraid to be open, to open my inner world, right? So, because this what I do when I draw pictures. Like I so often I had this, like I draw like my like very personal work, and it's like, oh, I'm afraid it's kind of look weird. Maybe it's really weird, and you start kind of like inside a very um feel kind of like uncertain, uncomfortable. And then I realized, yeah, it's just because it's not in my habit to show, like, show myself kind of this, right? So I practice with YouTube. I practice this quality of being not afraid to express my ideas, which is totally mine, not just something trendy, like, because trends, it's very safe. You just say like, ah, everybody do and I do this, Yeah, but when you do something what not everybody do, you do something so like, okay, I have idea, I have this image, and it's look unusual. It can be like very uncomfortable, and especially if it's based on your own life, like your even just kind of like your worldview, like what you believe is it's like, oh, I feel like I look so stupid, like it's like, it's so naive of me to believe in this kind of stuff. So need to need to practice and not afraid of this, because like it's really important. Without this, I think be you cannot just make like real art, real uh, like meaningful work if you have this kind of block. So when I hear from people like there's like, I'm introvert, like I'm shy to speak, or I shy to show myself and stuff. Yeah, I was super freaking introvert, like to maximum level. I had like periods when I was like afraid to go outside from my house. When I was like, like 18, 16. I don't know. So it's like was just like real crazy, weird conditions when I was just like, oh, I don't, afraid to go out. I think people will think something about me. They will see kind of, uh, see I'm weird or something wrong with me. And I force myself to become more social. And so it's absolutely trainable. It's not like somebody extrovert, somebody introvert. Yeah, by default, maybe it is, but you can change yourself. By default, yeah, maybe some people they're like super extroverted, they're super confident. But then if you want to train this quality in yourself, you can become more introverts than them. You like I did so much stuff which my extroverted friends never dare to do. I was going like television live. I was approaching like super pretty girls. I was like engaging in the fights. I go like travel myself just like crazy, like go to meet, like go to clubs myself, like go absolutely different places. Like nobody will like have a guts kind of, just like let's go check. And I was just challenge myself. I could say like, what is this? Like, am I so weak? I want to change myself. So I was just like push myself to be more extroverted. Same here. It's like if I see some quality in myself I don't like, some quality I want to train, it's in my power. It's in my power. I just if I'm all only like a real issue is when you don't know what you need. Once you know what you need, then it should be only about do it. That's it. What you need, then find some solution. It's maybe not absolutely right solution, but it's kind of like your first idea, your first attempt, how you want to solve it, right? So you make this first idea, then you try it out, like experimentation, right? And then you see, like, okay, maybe I can do it better, and you find new approach. Then you try it again, and like that, then you find like what you actually need to do. Maybe you even like find a book, or you just like figure it out yourself. And it's always you find a way how to fix your problem. Always. It's kind of like super obvious. Most uh like uh, I don't know what to say. Like quality of our reality is like everything about yourself in your power. It's not like I'm not like a foreign government, right? It's me, it's myself. So if I want to improve something, totally can do it. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah. How practice beginner, what practice beginning need do for perspective? You know, there's I make video like perspective for beginners. Um, so it's like all about this, and it's like I talk in there about this stuff, and I give you homework. So you watch this like perspective for beginners. There is like what you need to know, and even homework for you. So for free, it's just there open. Yeah. So it's yeah. So here's like on this YouTube, like I train myself too. It's like doing a lot stuff simultaneously, but also learn in life. It's like we have so little time, so we need to manage things, how to do them, like bundles. It's like you do one action, but this serve many goals. So like I'm making videos, and it's not only like help me in the future to, it's like I need audience for my book about motorcycles. Also, yeah, when I will do comic books, just want more people to just know about me, so they will know more about my projects. But other thing, it's also very nice practice for many things. Like um, it's good practice to speak about creative problems, because like I teach, I do private classes, I do tutorials and workshops in real life. So just have more experience when I put in the words complex concepts about drawing. It's also like very essential practice. Like, what's this? Yeah, robot. Oh, no, why are you driving so fast? Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I like to collaborate with different artists. Um, just like if I meet somebody, I like invite them, you know. So if you can introduce me to some artists, yeah, will be cool. Yeah. It's just about resources, you know, like if I will have more views, more engagement in my channel, so other artists they will actually interested in collaboration. So right now, like, yeah, I can invite somebody for my channel, but for what? Like to get like 300 views, I need to more engagement. So yeah, you can help me like write comments under my videos or share my videos. So it's just, for YouTube algorithms. But yeah, this will be great. I wish to be like a platform so I can invite more artists to just kind of talk with them. It will be interesting. And also because I have like a bigger channel, they will interesting to invite me. This is kind of just like a reality check thing, right? So um, I keep doing my stuff. I just need to work more and produce more work. And then I will become like more and more noticeable and valuable kind of creator on the internet. So once we will see like other artists invite me to their like big channels. Okay, there is just will be like a reality check. Say like, okay, now I'm really build my presence, build my brand. Currently, for this time, I'm not there yet. So it's just like objective reality. Need to work on it more, make more like cool projects, which everybody will appreciate, and like grow my YouTube channel. And I'm sure like motorcycle bookers will be like super cool. It's like I make a motorcycle book. It's like I wanted to be like Scott Robertson about motorcycles, you know. So there is a Scott Robertson book about drawing vehicles, and it's like industrial design perspective. My book will be same kind of very detailed and in depth about drawing motorcycles. It's like encyclopedia. There is all I show in like all different details, explaining anatomy of motorcycle, and also I give tutorials in the book how to draw different parts. How to draw different parts, how to draw a whole motorcycle in different perspective. And like it's a lot materials. There's like different motorcycle types, about motorcycle, all these elements like engine, front fork, rear, um, rear end, like cables, everything's really yeah. See you sunshine, Caribbean. Yeah, I hear about Inkpal, but it's like comic book podcast, right? I don't have a published comic book yet. Yeah, we'll do some. I finish with the motorcycle book, then I will do some comic books, and definitely will be cool to go some podcasts about comic books. It's just kind of like very busy period right now. And this book about motorcycles has so many material. I've been like gather like search all over internet different kind of high school manuals about for motorcycles. Always like reference video, watching a lot of video from like motorcycle mechanics, how engine works, and all the stuff. There's because there's so many variations, so many models and types. You need to watch and absorb so many material. And this was some attack in the comments. That was weird. Uh, Yeah, it's interesting, like why this kind of attack in the comments. So maybe some algorithm being triggered. Interesting. There is some like bot factory in North Korea being like super outraged with my motorcycle topic. This was this dude talking too much about motorcycles. We need to spam his chat. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Iggy. Yeah, man, like I spent already like I was like almost 1 year. I was a lot of like sit with this motorcycle book, and then I was just like, okay, now I need to find some project to make money because it's became like too hard to survive. So I've been like 1 year working very hard on motorcycle book, and then I abandoned it for a little, and now I will finish on it, working on a final stage. Yeah, what is this guy here? No date yet. I will draw a little more. So when I come, like right now, I am finishing this like anatomy, big parts of a book, where there's like so many details. It's take a lot of time because when you do this technical part, it's always like, okay, finally I completed, and then I forget about this, and you need to sometimes redraw, sometimes draw like couple more pages. What's this? So once I will done with this part, so then will be more about drawing like motorcycles in perspective, and this I will like manage. I have more control over this part of work. So I will make a crowdfunding page with pre-launch. So I will invite you there, so you can just kind of join waiting list. I think I will do like Indiegogo. Definitely this year. So this crowdfunding will start like pre-launch will be start this year, and book printing I hope next year already can do. So we'll print in Taiwan and deliver internationally. Yeah, I just need crowdfunding to cover printing costs because kind of very expensive. But if you do it through crowdfunding, that's like uh, book price will be not so expensive. Mm. So here, just kind of- this. Hello, Austin. um, you mean like if I'm write scripts for comic books? No, actually, I think in my taste, I don't like too much extreme shots in a comic book. Should be kind of balance. So this kind of dynamic shot, maybe like once in 20 pages. So it's like you have um, you play with the rhythms, right? Like it should be like moderate, moderate, and growing, growing, and then some accent, and again some like moderate intensity. Maybe if like something like Witchblade, if you see like first original chapters in a Witchblade, it may be even like little less, yeah, not so many dynamic pages, but there it was like some like like moderate compositions and then like one page with extreme scene kind of can be like there you can draw some like fish eye, some dynamic stuff, but definitely not like on every page. It will be too much. So it's like if tread more comic books for me, they're as comic books they're too little overkill, little too dynamic. So I like little in between kind of should be dynamic but not all the time. Also it's like for a poster cover, maybe for some commission art, so you can draw for some fan, draw super dynamic illustration. Just kind of good to be able to draw some stuff like this. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so exactly like in the movies, like when every movie they have this like roller coaster. So like you need to like tone down, so then like you prepare kind of your mood for some action scene, so it will actually feels like action. And when there is a movie where is like only action scene, like Transformers or Terminator 4, like Terminator 4, there's like action, 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 and you already start to sleep. They're like running around, shooting each other, but it's so boring because it just overwhelmed. Or for me, it's also this like a Spider-Verse number two with the Spider-Man. So like everything like shaking, everything moving like all the time. So it's nice portfolio. Like yeah, I see how artists want to be it in their portfolio, like show like, wow, I can do so crazy dynamic scene. But watch it, I don't know. They should be on some kind of drugs to watching this stuff. It's not for normal uh, viewer kind of. Which is probably can be totally correct. Maybe there this is actual target audience they were like aiming consciously. Uh, it's like this movie, Big Lebowski kind of. So here we have some stuff. I'll go to look some cyberpunk reference. Yeah, I think like talking about like a tone in your composition, in your visual storytelling, like intensity, right? Like level of intensity. It's best when you compare it or imagine it as a music symphony. Like for me, I'm like I have very basic taste, like Wagner or Vivaldi or first Metallica albums, like Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. There's like have this like kind of like a classical structure, and there is like just how it works, right? When it's like have quiet moments, like Master of Puppets, right? There's like have very quiet part, and there's like growing, and there again like quiet, and so like, or even I think even like Iron Maiden also have this like Blood Brothers, Afraid of Shoot Strangers. So when I compose kind of visually, I will think about this like if I make visual symphony. So there will be like this pacing and rhythms. Yeah, this is like front fairings. So windshield should be kind of actually like here. This is kind of windshield. This is just like front fairing on motorcycle. Can you do that? Get some scratches. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, visual. It's like visual storytelling. It means like every mark kind of it's serving your narrative. It's creating like in the music. It's creating a certain mood, because there if um, words they're kind of like telling what is the theme, what is subject. Then music, melody, it's kind of creating your perception of the subject. What is the attitude? Because like can be totally different, like same words with a different music, kind of, or not even music, but also like this abstract quality of singing is like how you sing, how you spell these words. It's also this kind of composition element. So the way how you say words can imply totally different meanings. So same for us, like how you draw it. It's always uh, serve as a message. Like how you draw it is always message too. And being like higher level, being more professional, it's like when you exactly know how it works, so you are consciously can operate with perception of your work, which is like I say, like Akira, for example, like it's a great example of this stuff. It's super like developed and let's say they're like visually thought about this very well. I like if you watch, yeah, I have on my Gumroad, but there also you can Google like find on YouTube video from developers of Cyberpunk 2077. So they're talking about visual Bible. So how they been like uh, based on narrative, they've been developing designs. So everything is related, all this world building, everything connected to narrative. It's like different styles, they represent different time periods. Different time periods, they associated with different like historical events inside story or games world. So so eventually there is like every pattern connected to certain wave. Certain wave is like represent certain uh, historical events. You can see parallel between composition and image. Yeah, so I think like there is composition of in um, story composition, in visual composition, and composition in a song or a symphony. I think it's like very similar. There's like okay, it's just like formal differences because like different materials and different requirements, different kind of specific, but general principles. I think actually they're kind of same. There's like general core principles just about like this flow, like rhythm of the flow and the mood, right? So and it's not only like storytelling, but just writing in general. It's like poetry, prose, all this. It's also like making music, like making symphony or like dance. So for me, like every creative forms, they have same kind of structure, same principles. It's like people, right? Like people, everybody different, but we all have same structure. Так, so here is this robot. Even your dreams. Yeah. Yeah, well, I was reading about this. It's crazy. It's like how creative process. It's so there is kind of like how we experience world. So there is certain mechanism in our minds which create an image of our experience. So like generating a story about your experience, like who are you, what happening with you, what happened with you before, what happening right now, and where you kind of heading to, right? It's like our certain part of our mind is telling this story. So and then there was like research and uh, people discovered this part of a brain. It's a part of a brain which generates dreams. So, and they discover it's basically exactly same process, telling you what is happening with you and around you in the real world. Exactly same process. It's not only like department in your mind, but process itself is exactly same. Is same process creating dreams. So when you like not looking around at all, you just completely like detach kind of from external events, and your brain just telling you story, generating all this story. So when we make story, no matter it's like it's like visual or kinetic or any kind of in any form, they're all kind of using same process. It's called DreamWorks. This process called DreamWorks. So you can Google, but there I was. I'm not sure. Like, can you find this in the Google? Should be. It's like kind of official term. And this movie company, I believe, it's named after this term. Yeah, my book about motorcycles is just about how to draw motorcycles in perspective. So, like, no, basically, just like how to draw them properly. So, you can draw them in 3D, you can draw them in perspective, different type of perspective. If you want, it can be real motorcycles or artificial motorcycles. Point is that you, with my book, you will learn um, how to draw like realistic motorcycle, right? Which is not like a nonsense. Just being literate and being able to draw like high quality motorcycle with any level of detalization. So if you want, you can make it like 100% detalization, like draw every cable, every this like tiny pipe in motorcycle, every parts of anatomy. Or if you want, you can like Katsuhiro Otomo draw like he drew in Akira more simplified motorcycles, like more stylized, you know. So it's just book like encyclopedia for artists. So you can learn just in general, you can learn a lot about motorcycles. But also, first of all, you can learn how to draw them from my book. It's like completely inside out. No, I believe dreams is not just like it's not just some physical kind of process you happen in your brain. I treat it more mystically. I think it's some um, it's kind of like a channel and it's like okay, it's like our world is all these waves, right? And we read only part of these waves, not all of them. And these waves, what we read, they're not only visual and audio, they're also in form of events, in form of a certain kind of archetypes. Archetypes is also like this, how does this say? Like a signals from these waves, right? Like bundles. And when you dream, it's also somehow you kind of keep processing these waves, which kind of like, I don't know exactly like in all details how it works, but I believe all this is just interwaved. So some people, like majority maybe of people, they're more like narrowed down to like one way of living. An artist, he have like his way of living is just required to be a little more open, to be more perceptive, which is for some um, kind of like postmodernists, they just read it wrong, from my opinion. So they read it like artists should be crazy, which is not about being crazy and being like all over the place. It's about being able to tune to this like all this different information around, or like the signals. So that's why you can see dreams, you can remember dreams. Some, like most of people, I think they don't remember dreams, or they like, yeah, just they just fast forget them because it's too much different from their reality. It just don't make any sense, like silly cartoons. You know? Not, I'm not fan of anyone. So that's why, like I say, I'm not fan of any artist. I'm not fan of any mm, dude who writes some books. Carl Jung, he just, I believe he like have some point. Definitely he have some points there, but I cannot talk like about anything like entirely like he's right or not right, because this will be stupid. Because like everybody say some smart thing, and after 30 minutes you can say absolutely nonsense. So how can you be fan of someone, you know? Like you will listen to this guy for a lot, and then you figure out he's like absolutely ridiculous kind of human being, and then what? So only can say is like when someone have interesting point, like he reveals certain subject or show you certain ideas, but it's not like he is like, oh, he know everything. Every word he say is a true, you know. I think it's it's like definitely not this way. Okay, again. So uh, maybe I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's leave it here. Так, let's see. Let's do one more picture. Так. So it's Carl Jung is like a Nietzsche, you know, how you call Nietzsche, Nietzsche. Uh, most people don't really understand uh, and not really like study what he's talking about. Is they're just talking about some general like false reputation. Same Freud, like everybody say about Freud talking about this kind of crazy stuff. When in reality it's much more complex. It's much more interesting what he was about. It's like, yeah, you have he said some weird stuff, and like I'm not agree with everything he say, but there is some stuff which is a reason why he actually so important. Uh, yeah, it's like say Einstein is a dude who showing his stone. It's like, oh, do you know this Einstein guy who's like showing like his stone? It's kind of like not exactly what he is about. So yeah, I believe same kind of with Carl Jung. Yeah, he's just like human, like anybody else who can like lose his mind or being weird or whatever. But there is many interesting stuff. And after all, like if you don't know personally, it's hard to say anything about somebody. Uh, it's not about turning idea into dogma. It's about simplifying idea to point when it's nothing like actual idea anymore. So they are like, uh, some like stupid people like listen you, and after they interpret every word you say, they interpret it absolutely wrong, and then they tell everybody else it's your words. So with Freud and Nisha, it's definitely this kind of case. Everybody kind of talking this simplified nonsense. They read in some magazine, like I don't know, like a Playboy or Maxim, and yeah, now it's like some YouTube. Maybe they watch some short video on YouTube, and they say like, ah, Carl Jung. It's this stuff like Jordan Peterson talking about. Yeah, I know Carl Jung. No, you don't. it's, it's not Carl Jung. It's like it's interesting. It's like like when you watch somebody explain perspective, you watch it for 2 hours, and after say like, okay, I know perspective. Yeah, but perspective is not about being able to like it's not about knowing like one point perspective, all these words, right? Like, oh, I know words, so I know perspective. No, you don't know perspective. Same with these guys. They're like it's really like it's so complex. You really need to understand what they're speaking. So no, I mean I don't know. Like maybe you understand. I don't know. I just kind of in general talking about this. Like, 'cause people like talking like like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee say like be like water, and everybody say okay, Bruce Lee is a philosopher. Not Bruce Lee is not philosopher. It's just just it was like memes kind of from like uh, catchphrases from Bruce Lee, but it's not philosophy. So we, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, like you see, it's like I'm not arguing with you or like proving you something. It's just kind of like your message was like a reason to talk about something, reason to talk about some subject. So yeah, for me, it's just like uh, I don't see like any problem with being fan of Jung or Nietzsche or something. I just see the whole idea of it is kind of like false idea. It's like there is nothing to be fan of. But you can be fan of my channel. You can be fan of Jim Bond if you became member or patron. Yeah. Yeah, not drawing horses yet. Yeah, it's interesting subject. Needs to learn how to draw horses in perspective. Basically, yeah, it's like you need to learn how to draw animals properly, which kind of like automatically means in perspective. So it's being able to draw them three-dimensionally. Once you're able to draw them three-dimensional, you can draw them in any kind of perspective. Whole issue is just, just being able to draw them in a kind of in a box, right? So you can rotate it, you can draw it from different angles. Once you're able to do this, you can draw it in a 5 point, 6 point. It will be very easy. Yeah, yeah. That's but sometimes like you don't need to be like super good with drawing horses. It's just you can figure out for yourself how to use reference and um, you know being do some kind of shortcuts so nobody notice you have problem with horse anatomy and perspective. So it's like can be very individual thing. Yeah, maybe it's like if you manage to make shapes looks good, then you can get out with anatomy and perspective problems. It's kind of like people will still notice you have problem with perspective, but if your shape is really good, then it's not big deal. It still looks great. Just can say like, yeah, your style drawing without perspective. Something kind of this. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. think. So here's kind of think. So let's do perspective grid. Then we have horizon line here. Then y-axis here. X-axis. So let's maybe here will be car. Here we have some dude with a rifle. So you the cyberpunk. So there's like mm, um no, now I don't read comics. Like what I've been read recently. Um yeah, I don't remember. Like I've been read some Daniel Warren Johnson, like Do Power Bomb, good one, really cool. Then yeah, I like this adventure, like Space Mullet from Daniel Warren Johnson. Then it's like I don't read much comics because I don't like usually their story. So I read some old comics like um, you know, like a Death Note, Bakuman. Bakuman is definitely like great stuff. I recommend. Do you know Bakuman? Так. So I kind of fine with this. Like when I was read Charles Bukowski and he say he hate to read other writers' books. I after it's like, oh, okay, so it's fine for me. Don't read comic books because I just don't like most of them. I more like Mickey Mouse comic books. Like it was like Mickey Mouse Detective. I read in the childhood. I will rather read it again right now than kind of like read some weird stuff from current comic book writers. So, uh, yeah, I seen Brubaker YouTube. I read his webtoon about girl. But yeah, it was like a couple year ago. Yeah, like his draw very cool. Yeah, so Daniel Warren Johnson, he influenced by manga and also like he purposefully make it little like old style, old school story. So yeah, his work is good because it's like 90s, right? Style maybe. It's like this Spider-Man animation from 1990s I was watching in the childhood. So this was very good because it have like classical storylines, like characters there is normal people, like and just like no yeah, it's like very archetypical story, let's say, without agenda kind of much. I mean, it's Marvel, they always have agenda, but at least I don't remember it so much. It was kind of moderate. At least characters was likable and kind of good example. Так, why is stuck on this head? Так. Can do even like his look little to side. Yeah, let's draw his little turn here. Because yeah, eventually I get to this point that I really think your characters, like your main hero, yeah, it's like a model. So it should be exemplary kind of human, like your idea of a good person, like which you think like when children watch this character, they think like, okay, I want to be like him. So more children will um, kind of emulate characters you create. So it's like it's a huge responsibility. It's really serious work. And when I see like some current comic book, like not Daniel Warren Johnson, other some other comic books, where's characters some disgusting being, it's like what is that? It's already like not match my standard. It's already just disqualification. And yeah, maybe I will try to read it to see if there is something more than this. Like maybe it's actually good, actually like smart. And usually it's not. Usually it's a crap. So in general, like all this like classic, it's a classic. You can't make it better if you want to deconstruct it. You just make it worse. It's called like archiplot. Yeah, I think it's like course archiplot. And when you do like anti-plot, okay, it's already worse. It's already some postmodern uh, decadence. Yeah, it's already decadence, moral degradation, which is actually a cyberpunk game. Is they're like characters, like all characters there, they're just I don't know how, not noble. They all kind of like uh, it's kind of there purposefully like not good people. And you can somebody can argue, right? They can say like, yeah, but it's because um we don't want to be like stereotypical. We don't want to make it this kind of typical characters. No, there is so many way how to make like good character be not stereotypical. It's not necessary to make like anti-hero or some like glorifying some deranged characters. In Cyberpunk 2077, only one, maybe two, okay. But definitely it's president, this Myers president is really like a strong character who have like brains and some character in general. And maybe this guy Reed, this like secret agent Reed, if talking about main hero is like just mm, sociopath. Like he slash she don't know what he want, don't know what he uh, fighting kind of for, like don't have any goal, don't have any interesting idea in the mind. Like, what the hell are you? Like, do you have some belief or imagination? Zero. Only kind of like these characters from GTA just want luxury life, just kind of running for money or out from fire. That's it. It's kind of just like super um, primitive, stupid character. And somehow we even like it became so much normalized. Like people already forget it's kind of like just stupid, you know? So it's like it became look like something like a normal or actually smart. It's totally idiotic characters without any core beliefs, without any principles, moral code. And when so yeah, somehow they even like purposefully trying to depict only character who have moral code and the character this president in cyberpunk. Yeah, they trying hard to depict her as a evil character, some kind of like, oh, she using this girl for like as a weapon and something like, it's so, it looks so made up. Like this girl character who is freaking anarchist, like criminal, who like she been criminal and she remain criminal, who like being like totally psychopath, like she can like cause mass casualties without problem at all. She don't care. And they somehow like trying to depict her as a victim, like she's a nice person. It's like, how is she is nice person? It's like absolutely twisted morality in today creative world. So, and this like Silverhand also like talking some communist propaganda and being like total imbecile. And he is kind of like a hero figure. So it's like you see when it's like story techniques, how to make someone look like a hero. So they're like pushing it so hard to making like stupid characters to be perceived as strong figures. But if you look closely, it's not work. You see, like, no way. This guy is really stupid. So how he can be a hero? And and this is kind of trend, right? It's not like some sort of like advanced drama, like I'll say like it's not like a better than Shakespeare, you know. It's only if some kind of like a new kind of thing, then it's this thing is worse, much worse. Yeah. Think. Nice. Yeah. Thank you. See you later. See you later in Texas. Так, так, Софья. Access. Mm, no, it depends. Like now, you see, I say I working on a motorcycle book, so I do there like many research, some test drawings, and then I need to draw some pictures for a book. Then I need to compose them. Then I need to write text. Then I need to review. I need to rearrange structure of a book. It's kind of like very mundane stuff. So right now I'm not in this schedule when I have steady process. Like when if I have like project on which I work every day, then like I will draw like two picture double size, like this size, like double size, two picture in one day, two or one. But then it's like a lot of some kind of sketches, which I even don't count. I don't count like how many sketches I do because there's so many. This can be like, like you find some reference, you want to make some kind of like a study drawing of it. Then sometimes I copy different artists to just to better understand their style or learn something from them. Так. So yeah, if you just like want to think about like how much time you should to dedicate to drawing, consider it like work, right? So in the work, like you have like 8 hours, right? So you have like you start in the morning, you work till lunch, then you have like 30-minute or 1 hour lunch break, and then you work till like 5, 6, or 7. So start from this. Start to schedule your drawing as a job. It's like you are hire yourself. So this should be your minimum. Because and this you can find like an interview with Daniel Warren Johnson in the Proca. He was answers this kind of question. So he say, unless you start to treat your drawing as a job, you will never actually like improve to professional to serious level. So one way you go to job, so now you need to go it every way every day and like no 5 day a week, and you oblige to work on your work table because there is like boss walking behind your back like looking like what you're doing. Or you can just organize yourself, which is like absolutely realistic. It's nothing like extremely hard here. You just say, yeah, I decide to be professional artist, so time to treat it seriously and like make this like by maybe a clock, work clock, like you push in the morning, like you get to job. So when you sit and draw, you're not watching cartoons, you're not eating. You really need to sit and draw. It can be study book or you draw your illustration. Up to you, kind of how you start doing this. But this kind of like time management when you start to treat it as a work time. So and like work time, it means like you don't want to pay your workers for nothing, right? So you need to do something, you need to be busy. It should be like some actual work, not just procrastinating. If you will procrastinate, they will fire you. Yeah, there is also video. Mm, I will give link. Very cool video. So there is guys say for creative people, he say is actually very important. It's to learn how to work in time periods. So instead of organize yourself about like how much result you want to make, you organize yourself on working in exact time period. That's it. How much you will make, okay, you will see. You just doing your best, and you're doing it in this time. That's it. So more you will practice to uh, to work in a specific time period, more your brain will adjust. And when your brain will adjust, it will become more efficient and focus. So now it will be like you're just like this, like okay, drawing mode, and your brain, and you then from this practice, from this experience, then you will see how fast you can create work. So in this your work period time, how much work you can done. And of course your speed will improve and stuff, but then like after a couple years, right, you will know exactly how it worked for you. So you can say like, okay, in the average, I do this amount of work. But if you like force yourself from beginning to finish certain amount of work, it can be tricky because if you want to improve your quality, then it will take longer for sure, right? So maybe you want to draw like if you just like want to draw picture like double size, okay, it might require like double time at least, you know. So this can be tricky. So uh, I agree with this guy point of view. So most important is just train yourself to be like this work ethic of working in exact time. You perfectly if it's like exact time in a day. So you have like your schedule like from Monday to Friday. I draw in this time period. Like Stephen King, for example, is a perfect example of this stuff, right? So Stephen King, um, he like do it like I don't know 40 years maybe. So he have like exact time in the morning, like just like 3 hours maybe. No, he's a writer. He's not like artist. He don't need so much time like we need. But every like 5 day a week, or maybe he have less days. I don't know, but steadily like every time, same time. So his brain already trained for it. So you know you don't have like any procrastinations problem, any art blocks. You like uh, tamed your train your brain so long time, so it's became like this. It just like turn switch. It's like draw. And what is also a very good approach, why it's very kind of beneficial to approach it this way, is because say this way you can really know like control your process, so you know where you have a work time and when you have like recreation time, for example. So you can like uh, turn off your pressure, because like when you're independent artist, like most of writer, right, like writer he just sit and write. Nobody like he don't go to office, he write at home. So when you need to organize yourself, it's a big issue for everybody. It's just like how to not lose your mind, because you work like 24 hour 7 days. You'll never stop because it is so much work you need to do, and you never have enough time for this work. So everybody just constantly overwhelmed. And so this guy say like only solution for this is to work like when you schedule your time. So you say like, yeah, I still have like 1000 pages to draw, but here is my pace. I draw like only this dedicated time. That's it. When I finish, I do something else. I dedicate my time to other stuff. And when you have like transition periods, when you're like um, finish your project and you need to start next project, it's not big problem anymore, because it always was. You with this approach, it's always just about go to work and work in your like time period you always work in, no matter it's like beginning of project, middle of project, or end of project, is not important. You just sit and work it out. So this kind of very interesting. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Um, yeah. The yeah. So here. So cyberpunk pants. Well, lost from Mars. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what I mean. It's like you need to build habit to work in a time period. So like when you say, okay, I will draw for 3 hours, you just draw for 3 hours, and that's it. And best if you have it's like schedule, so you know, like every Monday, like I draw this time. Every Tuesday, maybe it's same time or different, but you have like repeat same time. I have problem with this. Yeah, but yeah, this I like idea of it, and I'd say like I have endurance. So if I say I need to work about this time, I will work until kind of my ass will fly to Mars. I can endure a lot, but I have problem to do is like every week schedule. So and also I have this experience like when I was like really like 10 years in a row. I've been travel artist, like drawing, like almost every day, like really like almost sometimes every day, like 7 days in a week. Sometimes I've been like some breaks, but almost every day I was just in the morning, I grab some breakfast and walk out and I come back in the evening. So I was all day walking around, and like I did like two drawings. So and I train my brain, like once I begin drawing, I will finish it. So my brain know, like I will not stop until I finish my drawing. And it can be like 2 hours, 3 hour. It was sometimes a 5 hour, and that's it. So um, once I kind of just train my brain for this, it became like I can even feel it. I just take paper and oof, like in the zone immediately. So it's like I don't care about anything else anymore. Kind of like I'm totally in the zone. I'm a focus. So this is kind of how it works. Mm. Like before, I was like super shy, afraid like people will see me drawing. Mhm. Now, it can be like, yeah, can sometimes still be shy, but very fast I will just turn into drawing state, and it's just like parallel universe. It's not like uh, a usual state of mind. It's a special condition. Mm. It's necessary for professional to have schedule. Just like here, I'm 100% agree. And like I don't, if I don't have this like a solid schedule, it's only like dragging me back. It's a huge issue. I believe it. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I can like I'm still alive, but if you have like solid schedule, is definitely better. If you professional, if not, it's not like a hobby. It's not about like make yourself feel comfortable or stuff. No, it's just like how it should be. If you take it if you do it professionally, right? And what's mean professionally? Professionally, it means like you should produce like a lot and regularly. So it's not like it's not about your mood, it's not about you feel or not. No, it's just about like like you have this switch, you say, okay, now I work. That's it. And yeah, and like I say, it's better if it's really like you have it like weekly organized. As for this moment, it's hard for me to organize it in a stable because always something change here. But I have this in mind. I keep thinking about it that I should be more organized. I'm just a human after all. So here's some sensors. Так. It's kind of weird car here. It's kind of my brain power not enough for a car today. Uh, yeah. No, I try to teach perspective to show it's like very fun thing. Yeah. It's just like it's intolerant to rush. If you rush, it make your perspective horrible. So you can only like be very fluent and fast with perspective when you really understand it. But before you really understand it, you need to like little slow down and just make sure you follow each step, kind of, right? You need to follow procedure. Good, good, good. Well, now will be cat werewolf. Так, I'm being harassed by cat in the house. Yeah, that's why all this time I say is being artist. It's a lot of technical stuff. It's not like emotional, intuitive. You can only rely to your intuition and emotions when you develop your intuition. Intuition, it's a side effect of like experience, right? So you need, if you doing perfect practice, if you doing like proper work for a long time, so you have a lot of mileage doing things properly, then it's became your foundation, your intuition. Only this way. If you like, it's a just side effect of a constant work. If you do like shitty work, you will have like shitty intuition or no intuition. If you want good intuition, okay, then you should like forget about this idea. You need to like change your perception of art, of drawing process, from being like yeah, like relying on some luck and easy result, like accident and stuff. You need to change perception to being professional and like working like engineer or yeah, some kind of like engineer. It's a lot of craft there, and when you nail craft, you do it groovy kind of, right? So if you have problem with the craft side, then you just cannot groove because you're you don't have this dexterity kind of. And to like best approach I can ever imagine or suggest to you, it's approach to perspective which I teach on this channel. So I mean really clearly, because I'm like only like uh, guy like who aside from like Marshall, maybe one draw, right? Like who really love to draw and also love to explain. I really love to explain all this stuff, and I love to find like way how it can be fun and steady improvement. So you need to watch this like my tutorials like for beginners, like perspective for beginners, and any specific tutorials like dedicated to specific type of perspective, like how to draw vehicles in perspective or how to draw different angles in perspective, stuff like this. Because this like it's the most organic tutorials in my opinion. And if this is hard for you, then it's you being too lazy. No, I mean you, someone, not you exactly, just somebody who will later watch it, right? If my tutorials perceived like some over technical, then it's just sign of a person being too easy minded. It's like unacceptable. You should be more serious. Yeah. Oh, hello, Konstantinos. Hello, Seamus. Yeah, so hello, Seamus. It's hard to say, like, because I was also first time I was study perspective in 2002, like 23 year ago, right? Wait a second. Oh my God, 23 year ago. Oh, so crazy. Now I kind know I'm so old. But thing is like is not I was learning all the time or I was like practice perspective all the time. No. Um I'm sure like an adult person he can learn like very fast perspective. Can learn like in 1 year for sure. Like in and it's like a lot of specifics. It's like I can teach any one of you if you're like 20 plus, right? In 2 months. In 2 months, you will know all perspective. But if you really like, depends on how much you want it, how much you really need it, because you will need to do homework, you will need to, um, yeah, like really spend a lot of time for this. So, but in 2 months, you will really like have like clear idea. I can teach you this, but like uh, as a mentor, if somebody wants. So yeah, adult people they learn perspective much faster than children. And from my experience when I was teaching Hong Kong, like before 12-year-old is just I don't see kind of usually like the children don't want to learn perspective. They're just kind of like not there yet. Yeah, some children they're like early developed, they're like smart very early, so they can understand perspective. But still um some people who for who in the childhood perspective was very difficult, when they're like 40, uh it can be like super easy for them if they're not retarded, right? If they're not actually retards, then when they grow up it will be like very easy for them, because they already have so many experience like um doing some jobs like doing like um structuralize information. Like I have friend like engineer, he improved like crazy. I was teach him and like he observed every word I say. He understand everything I say, and he was learn like Scott Robertson drawing style, like no, I mean this techniques like immediately. It's just I tell him, he understand because he's engineer, you know. So it just have this like capability, needs this resource and mind power kind of so it's just like again like I say, uh people have this wrong idea like you don't need brain for art, and you don't need like discipline for art. No, you you absolutely need it. Absolutely need it. You don't need it if you want to draw some flowers, like for leisure, like just like, oh, I'm drawing flowers. Yeah, you don't need this. But if you want to be like professional artist, it's absolutely necessary. You need like it's always better to be smart. It's always better to be disciplined, and it's always to be like just better educated. So you not just draw pretty pictures, but you know all the structure, you know technical. So like, yeah, you want to draw like interesting environments in dynamic scenes. You can just kind of draw them like, look, I tried, like, yes, looks dynamic, kind of, yeah, just intuitively, kind of, right? Or you can be like educated and you so you understand exactly how you build this environment, so you do it like absolutely consciously, you aware of every technique, you're aware of all background work behind your picture. It's just like it's just always better to be like that. And all I kind of like on my channel I say it's not so difficult for anyone, and it's just like little lack of information in the general field, right? Like in just internet and YouTube, it's hard to find information about fish eye drawing and just general like application for illustration, how to draw this like dynamic stuff. Um, but then when you have this material, like in my channel again, it's just there is no excuse why someone should not learn it. It's just like always better. That's it. It's just like if you want like imagine like army, right? So we have like here army of some like uh shitheads who don't have discipline, don't have brain, like they don't practice, they not training. And here we have like five people who super disciplined, trained, and like uh super like technically like they're like erudite kind of, let's say like war uh like warcraft uh geniuses, right? So these five people will eat this army, just no, I mean just like exaggerating, right? But because this will like will just shooting like this around, and this will be like marksmanship, like who using everything as a um, kind of like weapon, like weather, daytime, everything. You know, if you're like Delta Force watching me, you know better. It's just kind of trying to make metaphors here. Do I know anyone who teach what kind of coloring and painting you want? Yes, so if like gouache and oil painting, it's I recommend James Gurney. But if watercolor, mm, I don't know. If watercolor or digital, digital crayons he teach very cool colors. Watercolor, I don't know. I have some tutorials. You can be member of my channel. I have some watercolor tutorials, like how to use watercolor for illustration in comic book. Ah, yeah, New Masters Academy can go. They must have some good stuff and not expensive. Uh, yeah, hello. Thank you, Seamus, for this. Yeah, because I've been drawing outdoors, and I just outdoors I cannot use a ruler because my hands busy holding paper and stuff. And then I just I accustomed to this, and I hate to use a ruler right now. Ah, there's a book, New Masters. Okay, I will Google it. Yeah. This ruler is like too looks too dry and technical. Like you can use ruler from my perspective to draw some like architect concept for like engineering drawing. But I like it to be because when it's like freehand is more human touch there, so it's like more personal than ruler. But sometimes ruler is necessary, like when you want really sharp effects. Uh, okay, so for today was this. Oh, let's try this one. I should draw like this robot. He has some like groceries. It's like, what? Just buy some baguette and here this crazy motorcycles. Crazy cyberpunkers riding on the streets. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so and I will maybe I think I will color them and give for my supporters who will support my how to draw motorcycle um, book. So here I already have page, but it's not pre-launch, crowdfunding pre-launch yet. It's just like I just buy domain for my book about drawing motorcycles. I will drop you link right now. Wait a second. So if somebody don't know, uh, here, yeah, how to draw motorcycles.com. So see you next time. Так.